2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at San Antonio, they're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And checking out the Lakers, a game behind.
And when I look at San Antonio, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, you may recall that in 2014, the Spurs played maybe the three most perfect games in finals history. With passing and three-point shooting, they vanquished the Heat and inspired a new wave. Brett Brown, who was then a Spurs assistant, said Greg Popovich had a name for it, summertime. As in, the game's flowing, good shot's a great one, and there it is. It's summertime. Kevin?
That's a terrific story. David, thank you. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Gasol at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for San Antonio, we've got Jakob Poeltl. Rudy Gay is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White, and it's Murray in at the point. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip.
Yo, whose man's is Dennis?
DeRozan against James. And finished off by LeBron.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
White looking around. Poeltl inside. He's against Kuzma. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to Dallas.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now James, 23 points for him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. And LeBron James, still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, G.A. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing. Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape.
Now here's White. His last outing, he had 8 points. Murray right side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Murray outside. Gay outside. Pass to Poeltl. White against Kuzma. The offensive rebound. Nice shot by Poeltl.
And Poeltl is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Now here's LeBron. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Kuzma outside. And his first shot of the game, no good.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
Elbow. 2.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Rudy Gay.
That free throw good from Gay. Rudy Gay hits them both.
And when it comes to athletic small forwards, Gay is the cream of the crop. An aggressive player whose reach really helps him on both offense and defense.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's White. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Murray. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Snatched up. A second chance effort. Davis down low. He's covered by Gay. He gets it in there. Davis has got 6 points.
Okay, look how competitive Davis gets for the board. He knows how valuable second shots are.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Let's see who's
This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Murray surveying the D. Davis against DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. The Spurs getting another chance here. Great positioning on the putback.
Love seeing Pirtle attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
James against DeRozan. That one goes in. Reagan, 1991, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, everyone wants to see what you've got. And also, you want to prove that you belong. And so, because of that, though, and especially in today's game, sometimes judgment comes way too quickly. And we've seen it with a lot of great young players that because they come in a lot earlier in terms of their age, it may take them an extra year or two to figure it all out. And so the teams that are most patient in allowing those kids to mature at their own level tend to be the ones that get the higher rewards.
Indeed. And we see so much impatience, and it causes problems. The Lakers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. 8-point game. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Schroeder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Schroeder hits them both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Here's DeRozan. 32 points for him last game against Golden State. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. The pass to LeBron. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 14 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
San Antonio calls timeout. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game.
Spurs trail by 12. And here's Mills. An 11-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
A little pass fake there, throws the D. Nice move.
You can't forget about the precise mid-range shooting of Gay. He's as good as they come from there.
Schroeder with the ball. Teardrop shot. Mills with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Just 5 to shoot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's San Antonio now. Gay passes to Mills. No good from outside. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Kicks it out to LeBron. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Love the timing Davis has. He has a sense for when to rise up and slam down the alley-oop.
Mills dishes to White. It's stolen by Davis. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. James with the ball.
No, the big hands of Davis. Just great work on defense that time to come away with the steal.
Spurs trail by 16. Outside, White. Back to Mills. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And it's good for 2. Here's Horton Tucker. Pass to Davis. Outside Matthews. Off target from three-point range. Spurs trail by 14. Pass to Mills. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Mills has gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. From deep. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
It's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Harrell. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Here's Davis. The rebound by the Spurs. Here's Vassell. The dish now to Johnson. 5 on the clock.
Now, I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
Matthews, and it's Matthews with the jam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Johnson finds Mills. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the first. And stolen by Harrell. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Basket good. And the Lakers lead by 18.
On offense, Davis keeps his head up and maintains awareness. That's how he spots a wide open man.
Now the pass to Vassell. Now Jang. He's defended by Harrell. And Jang kicks to Walker. Lets it fly from 18. And the shot is long.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
Here's Davis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Walker. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. So it's the Lakers now. It's an 18-point lead. Here's Horton Tucker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Lakers.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and early on, doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Some changes for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Davis, and Alfonso McKinney is subbed in for Cook. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Mills. Johnson outside. Basket Jang. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Walker. Matthews with the rebound.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
And there's the feed to Morris. 7-second difference, shot and game clock, and the Lakers with another miss.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Mills. Back to Walker. launches a three, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Lakers on top, just dominating this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Starting out his career, Derek White's been the beneficiary of playing for a great coach. Here's what he had to say.
He's been big on me about just believing in myself. I remember one time he's like, it doesn't matter what school you went to, what happened in the past, just believe in yourself, know that you belong here, and good things started happening.
And it seems like White continues to improve every season. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. Gorgie Dang is out there with DeRozan. And it's Vassell in at the three. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. First one falls for him. And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. And so Murray nails both of them. Now here's Schroeder. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Outside Matthews. Pass to Horton Tucker. And here is Harrell. Fires from 14. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Here's Walker. He sinks the 11-footer. Walker's got 6 points. The Lakers with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Now here's Schroeder. Rebound by Murray.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious. Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
And the Spurs making a change here. Gay's checked in. Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. Free throw, no good for Walker. Greg, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
Spurs trail by 16. There's the three. Morris with the rebound.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Outside Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morris. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
Everything looked good until the finish, and it all goes wrong.
And Walker kicks to Murray. Softly drops in the floater. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Matthews against Walker. Inside, here's Dudley. Morris trying to free himself up, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Dudley's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's tightly guarded. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. Schroeder outside. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Puts one up from 19. Kept alive. Here's Morris, and he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got his first basket.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Schroeder, the second effort, and Morris with the lay-in. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Morris against DeRozan. Nice step back to get it off.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And the Lakers call time here. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
James finds Schroeder. Back to James. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gay.
You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
Murray with it. He had 22 points in the win against Golden State.
And don't leave out his rebounding. He had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Now here's White. Here's Pirtle. And the layup's good off the glass. Pirtle's got 6.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Here's Morris, and Pirtle sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Anthony Davis is checked in for Morris. Here's James. 23 points for him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Murray following the basket by LeBron James. Now Murray. He's got 6. Feeds it to Pirtle. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's James. 22 points for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on DeRozan.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
And the first one at the line is good.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Los Angeles leading by 16. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. Back to Schroeder. Kuzma against White. Kuzma outside. Shot clock at 5. Charity stripe shot. A rebound by the Spurs. It's White on the wing. Guarded by Kuzma. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Spurs trail by 14, and White slams it in.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. DeRozan against Schroeder. A nice shot by Gasol.
And you love to get Gasol these high percentage looks. I mean, he doesn't miss many from in close.
Mills dishes to Johnson. Pass to Pirtle. Here's the 3. LeBron grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Now here's Schroeder. LeBron is doubled. Outside, Davis. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Davis has got 12 in the game.
Oh, I can't think of a better partner to have in the pick and roll than Davis. Sets hard screens and has the soft hands to match.
Here's Mills. And there's the pass to White. Second shot opportunity. Here's Pirtle. White left side. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pearl is so quick at moving to the hoop after the screen. Just awesome mobility rolling to the basket.
Floats it up for James.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside, White. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Harrell trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Davis with the bucket. He's got 14.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And White kicks to Johnson. Back to White. Down low, Pirtle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one. And he ends up missing both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Lakers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for San Antonio. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. White against Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Schroeder. No good from outside.
Really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
2 points. That one goes.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. James looking around. Kuzma against Pirtle. Here's Harrell, and it's sent back by White. Pass to Mills. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and, of course, the duo of Anthony Davis and LeBron James in action for the Lakers. Kenny, when's the last time there was a duo this talented in the NBA?
Man, this might be the most talented duo that I've seen, in Laker history. I don't know if there's a Laker duo.
LeBron and AD. I mean, when you think about Steph and KD, that's a pretty talented duo. And
I'm just talking about Laker history. What's that? What's that noise?
This must be static in your microphone.
Because I'm thinking about, okay, I got one. No, you're right. You're right, Shaq. There's no static. Kareem and Magic.
Yeah.
What's static?
Have you got one in your mind?
No, it's just what's scary about LeBron.
I mean, Kobe didn't
AD.
do it by himself. Who was Kobe's wingman?
Oh! Kobe and Paul Gasol.
Yes.
That was a great Laker duo.
Yes, I like that too.
Anyway,
Excellent
what's
answer.
scary, LeBron and AD can still get better.
Excellent.
The duo can do anything they want on the court together.
Man, that Paul Gasol was unbelievable. Maybe the best Laker big man of all time.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin. with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. Now here's Kuzma. After the miss from Derek White. Kuzma kicks it over to Schroeder. Passes to James. From the arc. Here's Davis. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Gay. Over Davis. That's short off the rim.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Floats it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Love the timing Davis has. He has a sense for when to rise up and slam down the alley-oop.
Murray the pass to Gay. The pass to White.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Count it. Schroeder's got 7 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now here's White. Here's Pirtle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on LeBron James.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That one is off. And some changes here for the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Johnson. And Walker subbed in for White. 2nd free throw, no good.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
On the wing, DeRozan. Now here is Pirtle. He's got 10. Count that one. He's got 6.
And they finally get one to go. I mean, and just in time, an 0 for 4 start to the second half can really make a team tighten up.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half, stolen by Walker. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical, more to redirect shots.
And I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Spurs. And then for the Lakers, Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Matthews in for Kyle Kuzma. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
And talk about a strong finisher. DeRozan will challenge anyone when he's looking to score.
Here is Cook. He's covered by Murray. Right side Gasol, 5 to shoot. Here's Horton Tucker. No good off the back of the rim. Greg, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
Here is Matthews after Rudy Gay's bucket. Pass to Gasol. Floats it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Well, it's 7-1 division. Gasol staying aware. I mean, this guy's got game.
And here's Gay. He has 6. Outside DeRozan. Rejected by Gasol. And they'll keep possession. Here's Gay. Almost, but it rolls out.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
Davis, the pass to Horton Tucker. Davis down low. He's covered by Murray. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 8 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Walker. He's got 8. Pass to Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Murray's got 8 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Horton Tucker. The feed to Davis. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Walker, bounce pass. Here's Murray. Sinks that one from the post. 10 points for him.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Here's Horton Tucker. Matthews finds Davis. Back to Matthews. And it's off from three-point range. And San Antonio shooting 43% from the floor. Davis against DeRozan. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. To the inside. And stolen by Jang. Now the pass to Gay. Walker taking his time here. To the middle. Just 5 on the clock. Jang, no luck. Lakers leading by 23. Inside, Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Davis has got 12 points here in the second half.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Walker against Matthews. From the line. Here's Jang. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DeRozan. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 22 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
So both teams making some changes here. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them, and so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
And Harrell slams it down hard.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Lakers with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Alfonso McKinney. And it's LeBron in for Cook. And San Antonio shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Mills looking it over. The fadeaway. Jang, no luck.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you got to be careful around James. Always looking to get to the line whenever he can.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for LeBron. And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. Looking to get back on track.
Oh,
wow!
Nice!
And that's the athleticism. When DeRozan takes off like that, he is looking to ring the bell.
Pass to Morris. Kuzma outside. Looking for Jang. He gets it there. And a fast break now for the Spurs. DeRozan leading the charge.
And when Gay is nearby, you have to be aware of his vertical. He really rocks the rims on these jams.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's LeBron. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Gay. Kuzma against DeRozan. Shoots over Kuzma. And it's DeRozan missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That one goes in.
Takes some strength to finish through that kind of contact, and Kuzma's definitely put in his share of work in the weight room.
R. DeRozan on the wing. Good. DeRozan's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Horton Tucker. Passes it to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Wow. The size of Morris helps him down low, especially when he decides to sky high for the dunk.
Mills with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on LeBron James. And Mills in the NBA for over a decade now, GA, but he still has incredible speed that's key to his game.
And Kevin, with Mills, that end-to-end speed doesn't get shown off too often. In the half court, though, he does a great job of creating looks for himself, accelerates off of screens, can still leave a defender in the dust when he turns it on.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Lakers making a change here. And both free throws good for Mills. Now LeBron. 28 points for him.
Whose man is LeBron?
To the paint. Here's Harrell. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now here's Mills. 6 points for him. Up and in on the layup. Mills has got 8.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pirtle. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love seeing Pirtle attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
LeBron against Johnson. The shot's good from LeBron. James has got 30.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Outside, White. And he drops it in from the low post. 6 points for him.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
DeRozan against Schroeder. Shoots over DeRozan. Goes back up. And no problem from Harrell as he finishes at the rim.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now here's Mills. He's got 8. Outside, White. Launches a 3. It's off. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Lakers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. White is out there with Jones. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Johnson. And it's Zamanic in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5. The drive by Schroeder. Count that bucket. 11 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
White looking around. And the rejection by Harrell. White against Schroeder. White, good. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. And I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. Same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
Here's McKinney. Following the basket by Derek White.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Jones, the pass to Zamanic. Jones trying to get open, and he banks in the layup.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Cook kicks to McKinney. Here is Cook. White covering, and that one's good. Schroeder. And here's Jones. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And when you play the kind of tough inside game that Gasol does, I mean, get used to taking a few knocks.
The first free throw is good. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Now, here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Davis finds James. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. DeRozan with it. Matthews covering. Here's Walker. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Schroeder against Murray. Here's Schroeder. Chris, you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10 or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, you know, with that comes block steals and deflections. You know, as long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Walker against Matthews. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And when Pirtle gets into a groove, he demands the ball. He's incredibly dangerous when he has the hot hand.
Now here's LeBron. Floats it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. DeRozan finds Johnson. James against DeRozan. Rebound the Lakers. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Schroeder, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
So both teams changing it up here.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Pass to Pirtle. DeRozan against Morris. DeRozan passes to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Walker. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Schroeder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And this next draft, Chris, expected to be the last year of the one-and-done rule. Do you approve of the league once again letting high schoolers be drafted?
Well, yeah, I think if we're finally catching back up with the world, if a man can do the various things that you could do after turning 18, why wouldn't you be allowed to go to a job and make money for your family? So, yeah, I definitely think it's the right thing to do.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Now, here's Schroeder. He feeds it to Morris. Outside Matthews. To the right side. McKinney, no good. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Out to DeRozan from beyond the arc. The rebound by the Lakers. Fast break, the Lakers. Shots good by McKinney. McKinney's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Spurs have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Murray, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Antonio, DeJounte Murray. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
Well, I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. So it's San Antonio now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the basket by Vassell.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it, opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Murray against Schroeder. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Schroeder's got 15 points in just the second half.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him, and he comes up with the deuce.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Dudley. That's tipped. You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series. They just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other team is playing hard. Some teams have never gotten to that level before. Some teams, let their guards down at times. Then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
Here is Cook, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Out to the wing. Here's Schroeder, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the first one drops. A different look now for San Antonio. Trey Lyles comes in for Gorgie Dang, and Jones subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And so he makes both from the line. And Murray's got the ball here for San Antonio. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here is Cook. Schroeder outside. And the Lakers with another miss.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. The pass to McKinney. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
Here is Cook after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Vassell. It's stolen by Schroeder. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. Cook kicks it over to Schroeder. Cook, the pass to Dudley. 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the bucket by the Lakers.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Davis.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by DeJounte Murray. Here's Cook. No good on the triple. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones against Schroeder. Jones in the post. To the wing right side. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look real easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.